Good afternoon, everybody. This is a live severe weather update. I'm USA forecaster Judy Rapp with you. We're just going to follow up update right now on the potentially for 2 days of storms today. But 2 days of Storm Prediction Center outlook and a slight risk. So we want to talk about this for today and tomorrow, November 30th and November 29th. That's today, and I'm taping this at 12:50. So what I'm going to do is go right to the Storm Prediction Center right now, and we do have a slight risk of severe weather, level 2 out of 5. So we got Carolinas in it, Florida, parts of Florida, maybe parts of small piece of Alabama could be in it, and the low threat. Our tornado risk today is about 5%. So that is a 25 miles a point where we can see a tornado. Definitely possible. We could see a few tornadoes today that the form. There's enough risk for damage and winds in tornadoes. So here's the wind threat. Yeah, goodness gracious. You kidding me? Almost 15% chance of some damage and wind gusts. So we could see possibility of some damage and wind today with this line of thunderstorms. Maybe some spin up tornadoes. Hail doesn't look really likely. I can't rule out some small, but mostly this is a tornado and wind threat possible. So just have a way to receive warnings today. I mean, that's the best thing to do. And we're not out of the woods yet. Here's tomorrow. It shifts all the way. This is how powerful the strong jet is. It shifts all the way up here. So now New York, Virginia's in it tomorrow. And our tornado risk is still about 5%, mostly up here. So we could still get a isolated tornado up there. So what we're going to do, continue to keep an eye on that. The tornado risk is still about 5%. And you come down to the wind threat tomorrow, it's still the same, 15% chance of some damage to winds and 25 miles a point. Hail's very low. So that's the two keys you definitely need to know. But I'm going to change here. Second, hide that, and go back to some of my tools. And this is what I want to use here. If I can find it. Here are just some of my forecasting tools. That ain't. Sorry about that. Make this video really more short. Trying to see. All right, I'm back. So here we are. I'm going to check into our 3 kilometer. This is if you can see if storms could turn. This is wind sheared, and yeah, goodness, starting to get this pink color. Yeah, there is some pretty decent storms we have to watch. And let me do this for you here. And you can see how the day goes on. Here's Sunday. Look at that low level jet. We're starting to see purples, fuchsias, magentas. That will be almost close to about 800. That is still showing you some potentially that we can get storms that can have tornadoes today. There's definitely things on the table for that. So we got storms to work with this whole horricity. And you can see here we are into tonight. It still continues. Look what happens tomorrow. Look how fast this jet goes. And you can see this is these would be fast tornadoes because now we're over maxed. So yeah, there's going to be likely potentially more for rotating thunderstorms that would produce tornadoes right here, especially where this jet's at. And this dark fuchsias and magentas, there is going to be potentially for tornadoes tomorrow. And it will continue all day and pushes up to New England. Pretty decent, strong winters have been up there, and that is going to be very strong low level jet to work with. So that's one thing. Here's our 1 kilometer, and 1 kilometer is about the same, but yeah, let's see how much we got on this one. It takes some time, and yeah, we definitely have today. And this is just not. This is today's. We're getting to over 200, so that'd be 200. So definitely we that's plenty to get stuff going over 200. Look here. As we go on today, it gets up to about almost 400. So 400 is enough to get storms going. So yeah, you definitely have storms today are going to rotate. All right, with the impact in on tornado risk is 5%, but there is ingredients on the least annihilating for low level mass influx going advice north of Cape. So we could see a high of 100 Cape. So that's plenty to get storms going. And let's see, N says that's from the replying. That's one thing. But he said that that's coming from pressure falling 500 millibars. So with rising east of the trough. So this is what lead to 50 to 60 knots, not low level jet, but trough spot of low level mass influx. So thank you, Ian. So let's go back here and look at this again. And yeah, there is still showing you some fuchsias here coming in. And yeah, here we are about this afternoon. This is where I see over 400. So that's still plenty to get storms going. Yeah, so 400 is enough to get going. Let's look what happens. That maxes out all the way up here toward tomorrow. So we're definitely going to have to watch that. So we will have to see what happens on that. So hold on. We continue to watch this coming in. And you can see as we get into Sunday even, it's just going to continue to flow up here. This is where I get my mainly concern is this area tomorrow. We're starting to get some dark purples, maybe some violet purples, so we can see indicate some pretty decent storms tomorrow that could get rotating and going. All right, I'm gonna look at a couple other tools, and I'm gonna look at the 500 millibar wind thing. This tells you how fast the winds are. We'll get through this today, and you can see as this system pushes up here, starting to get. Let me pull over here. Let's see, I'll fix that in just a second. Hold on. So when you get up here to today, I'll pause right here today. This afternoon, no Monday, we do have that jet over 70 knots. So that's still strong. But look what happens when it gets all the way to England. We're starting to get almost 90. That's pretty strong too. So we're definitely going to have to watch it. Yeah, look at here. It's almost to 111. So that is a pretty strong jet streak here, continuing all the way towards the north. So we definitely going to have to watch that. Also, this is just one of the models that we use around here. The storms are going to continue all the way up there. So there's definitely some pretty decent dynamics. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide. I'm going to hide this. I'm going to go to one of my tools, a few more tools that I use around here when I do forecasting. And we'll look at the HRRR. That's the one that always comes out today. And look at significant tornado parameters. And this is the new model just came out. But let's take a look at here today. This is one of the models. Hold on a second. All right, here's what we got for the significant tornado parameters today. Is you got the yellow, so that's over a 1, but now we're getting over a 2, so that's getting significant. Hold on just a second, then we'll continue to watch. I'm going to continue to watch this, but later this afternoon by 1 or 2 o'clock, I'm starting to get some dark pinks here. That and dark pink and fuchsia. So I would think we'd see a couple supercells right here developing there this afternoon by 1 or 2 o'clock. This is what we're going to have to watch today. Now I'm starting to get over 4.7. So that is significant. And you can see what happens as we get into this afternoon hours instead of pushing to different areas. This is one thing we have. But here's one of our latest 17Z model we had this morning. It has storms early this morning going this way, and now I'm just waiting on the latest model, but we'll see if it plays through here. So, all right, here we today. We got those few storms that are going to develop later this afternoon. It takes time this thing to load, so that's one thing. So what I'll do is continue to show models, but when we have our first weather update today, our first watch, I will send I will definitely pop on and I'll show you the news model data comes in from the SPC, and I will show you the significant tornado parameters when this one kind of goes through here where I get so I can read it. So we'll continue to pass along any advisories and break in today if we need to.